This could be interesting. Could be one of those all or nothing runs. You expect 44s and 45s. You could have a tire smoker.
There is no argument. We do have two great race cars here. We've seen it all weekend long out of the #1 qualifier. He's just been in a 540 range. Tony Bartone's road to the final started with Jay Payne. That in itself was a monster matchup that beat the Gasparelli family from right here in California and took out the Connecticut runner Mickey Farrell while finding his way to a 40s tune-up as well.
He had a great lineup. You take a look at that and say, wow, he has not backed his way into this at all. Those are like all hitters. And of course, Lombardo with that sensational string. He's been in the 540s every round. That's Frank Manzo-ish, or like, or kind of, you know.
I'm not going to argue with you there. Lewis is over there kind of shaking his head.
I agree.
He likes Frank Manzo. Would you agree?
You know, there aren't a whole lot of guys who can say they went the whole weekend and ran 540s in every round. Of course, he didn't come here to run 540s. He came here to win the race.
You mentioned it earlier. Bartone went 547. That did not earn lane choice. That guy, the Napa car, did. He went 546. This could be an incredible final.
Rick Jackson will tell you that police unity tour that they're doing, honor his brother-in-law, that's the important thing in my view. But final round here in Southern California, it's Lombardo and Bartone. Nobody in a hurry to move in and stage him. Big time move, Bartone.
Big time finish, Lombardo. We didn't have that 540 matchup, but it doesn't matter if you're Lombardo because he goes 559 to finish the season in style while blowing it up.
Isn't that funny? We said that his dad's best run was a 566. He ran back in the 80s. He goes 559. Top end of the racetrack, and John Lombardo gets the win. Watch this finish line. A sensational drag race at the stripe. I mean, that's like a dead heat. If you look at all the numbers in the final, I mean, add up the reaction times, add up the times on the track. I mean, that is a virtual dead heat at the stripe.
What a way to finish alcohol funny car. Have to go to the computer, tabulates it out a few more digits. Tail of the tape, you pick it.
1 inch. Unbelievable. You have the entire season. You race down the track, 1 inch separates the winner from the loser. What a great job right there.
John Kernan is down at the far end with a very happy winner by John. Just 1 inch. Unbelievable.
That is incredible. John Lombardo Jr. gets the Wally. And John, I don't know if you know this, but you won by 1 inch.
Wow, that was absolutely close. I mean, it went out and shook a little bit and punished me. It's been a perfect car all weekend, and we kind of tuned her up for that. And for Napa Auto Parts, Lucas Oil, for the whole team, what an awesome deal. Thank you very, very much. Glad to be here.
Out of breath.
Second national event win for that man right there. Great way to finish.
It's a great matchup right here. I talked with both teams, all of them both ready and set to go here for this championship. Tony Bartone down there going, well, for 1 inch. You know, but that's the nature of the beast. That's what makes this a great sport. The Peenwright team, Jerry Madden mentioned his friend Lloyd Porter's 57 car. They came back here 50 years ago and talked to Jerry. Said he's coming running flathead dragster out here at this racetrack. Been around the sport a long while, and it's interesting because he runs that Peenwright company, and he and Norm Grimes have shops about a quarter mile from one another, but good friends.
That guy.
Well, think about the final they had up in Seattle when Chris Dempke took out Jim Whiteley. Their combined elapsed time was 23 seconds. Combined mile an hour, 97. It was one of the best final rounds of the year. They were coasting.
It was the only time in drag racing history two cars both ran over 10 seconds in a heads-up class like that. Whiteley, I asked them, what about that 517? They said, we have no idea where it came from. The little puff of smoke we saw from both those cars. They got set the rev limiters. They go up and they hit the chip, and that's the smoke we saw.
Bob Fry, I'm out of the way. This one's yours.
Great move out of the starting gate. Oh, a little smoke over there for Whiteley. Top end, the winner is going to be Chris Dempke, Jerry Mattern, and the rest of the Peenwright team, and they win it and go 5:23 to a 5:24. Two great final rounds in the alcohol classes. Margin of victory, 0.02 of a second. Great to be a fan of NHRA drag racing.
Classic Bob Fry. Buddy, we are going to miss you. When we come back, no doubt Chris Dempke will be plenty excited as well. Come on back to Southern California.
we begin with Pro Stock Motorcycle. The Harleys side by side, Eddie Krawiec and Andrew Hines.
Paul, stop me if you heard this before. Well, actually don't, because you have heard it before. It's the Harley-Davidson's #1 and 2 qualifiers in the final round. Andrew Hines has a slight advantage from the performance standpoint. Eddie Krawiec, though, your full throttle champion for 2012. As we mentioned, if he gets this win, it would be his 10th of the season, and that would tie the record by his crew chief, Matt
Hines, yeah, for single season Pro Stock Motorcycle record.
He might be who gets off the line first.
That's close. It's close.
Slight advantage to Eddie.
Pro Stock Motorcycle, Andrew Hines comes up with the win. Track record ET, 676 with a 698.29 miles an hour.
They must have just unleashed her, because look at Andrew just carrying that front end. There's no contest. He had the better bike all weekend long with a good reaction time. He gets the win.
You know, the motorcycle ran great. The V-Rod's running fantastic. It's just another dream season that we had. And, you know, it's not really about this. It's all about the veterans out there. You know, Eddie and I are honored to tag along with Summit Racing Equipment over to Europe and visit some of the military bases over in Bosnia, Kosovo, and Germany. So we're going to go on Operation Appreciation. So I want to dedicate this Wally to all the veterans out there. You guys are the ones that allow us to come out here and compete and have fun. And luckily, I'm just the guy in the seat and getting the accolades right now. So it's just a great deal. Hats off to Eddie for winning the championship. Luckily, I got another Wally to end the season. It's a great way.
Career number 31 breaks that tie with your brother. I know that means something too.
Yeah, that's great. Congratulations.
Alan Johnson, Vincent Nobile, Pro Stock Final. And Alan Johnson finishes the year out with a championship and a win. A 652, 212 miles an hour.
That's making a statement. It was Roy Johnson horsepower in both cars in the final round. They couldn't lose either way, but Alan Johnson wanted to seal the deal. Look how close it was at the stripe. Nice job.
By how much did you exceed your expectations this season, Alan?
Oh, Lord, help. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. We're so blessed. You know, I don't know if we exceeded them, but we met them. You know, having a great season like this, it ranks right up there with one of the greatest seasons ever in Pro Stock. And for us, our little backcountry team to do this, you know, we just got great sponsors with Mopar. We've got great team with Mark and Jim and Mike and Jason and Matt and Dean. And I mean, it's just on Rick and Tracy. You know, thank God to my wife for letting me do this, putting up with me. Dad, another one. Mom.
Courtney Forrest, will she score as the Rookie of the Year at the banquet tomorrow night? She faces Cruz Pedregon. His only race win at the finals was in 2008 when he won the championship. Cruz is gone. Goodbye. Boy, was that a run. Cruz Pedregon, a 4:03, 306 miles an hour, and he has done it here at the finals for the second time.
Take a look at Courtney had problems. Something happened to the car as soon as she stepped on the throttle. Cruz got close to the wall, but nice pass to get the win. Right now, Antron Brown has to depend on Brandon Bernstein, who hasn't won in 3 years. 69 races ago, you look at the most championships in NHRA history. Tony has 7. This would be his 8. But now, the one thing you got to remember, too, is he can't oil down the racetrack. We bring that up because he had an oil down penalty in qualifying. If he oils the track down because of that one penalty, he would get a 20-point deduction, which would basically take away that win. So he's got to win the round, and it's got to be clean.
Right lane has been favored in Top Fuel. 10 there, 4 in the left. But Tony Schumacher has decided the left lane is the place to be. Against Brandon Bernstein, Tony Schumacher is 8-2 in final round. But don't count out Brandon. He's got a 69 race slump, as Mike said.
Mike Green, Tony Schumacher's crew chief, told me a little while ago that the plan right here, race the racetrack. In other words, make the best run you can based upon the conditions. In that semifinal round, they underestimated how good the track would be, and they had that problem, got lucky. The track is tightening up. He says, right here, we're going to make our best run of the weekend.
It's for the championship. Antron Brown can do nothing about it. It's all up to Tony Schumacher. In just a few seconds, we'll know who is the Top Fuel champion.
Oh, look at that!
Brandon Bernstein! 376.
Whoa.
Antron Brown is the Top Fuel champion. For the very likable Antron Brown, and he has his first Top Fuel championship, his first championship in the NHRA. Remember, he started in Pro Stock Motorcycle.
How about that? Let me tell you something. When you can beat Tony Schumacher on a whole shot in a final round, you've done your job. And look at the margin of victory at the stripe. Just a great drag race to end the season.
I don't know who's going to be happier, Antron for taking the championship or Brandon Bernstein for breaking that 69 race slump. His last win, Mike told you, at Richmond 2009, and that win was over Antron Brown.
You get all the glory there. All the glory. All the glory.